later than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine get a bit of stuff. Alright, welcome back to Tuak Talk. I'm Sydney, Tony, one of
Hi.
our interns. And we have here today Professor Dr. Bromeley.
Yeah.
So I could explain who you are to the audience, but I think it's best you explain.
Oh,
Introduce yourself.
introduce myself.
Yep.
Okay. Okay lah. Macam-macam pun lah. Kita dok tahu. Jadi aku Dr. Bromeley lah. Hari UiTM Sarawak. Kota Samarahan dia. Jadi aku lama kau dah ngajar buat dia dah. Basic masuk ngagai 30 tahun dah. Jadi subjek kena ajar aku punya English lah. Laban background aku is like language lah, more or less lah, language, linguistics. So laban buat UiTM sida ya nama tu menekankan bahasa Inggeris. Jadi dalam basic department, English department, kami ngajar semua student mesti ngambil English lah. Just like in Unimas or other universities lah. So, udah 30 tahun UiTM, nada berasai. 3 dekad nak ko Melayu dah. Jadi, kelimpah hari English language, jadi aku lalu bisa interest aku kita Iban lah. Laban tanya, ketika nyebutnya berkawal dah, nama nyebut language-nya. Of course, nuan dekat mengkaji atau kemansia jakuk ke tempo ngena ketika nyebutnya berdasarkan penemu dalam English lah, ya. Kena kita mansianya semua. Yang lain aku nama tu kelimpah hari English language. Jaku Iban ya nang da kerino kaku ke mansia ya berkeni kok ngermai ke Jaku Iban ya tadi ngasuh Jaku Iban ya kata kita nyebutnya tegap bagi dah.
If I'm not mistaken, you've released a few books on bahasa Iban, right?
Yes, a few articles and also one specific book nang ya book tulis Iban lah. Hanya nang keluarga aku. Jadi kebukannya lebih ngaji artikel lah proceeding. Jadi nama tu ketika kita nyebutnya okay ya kelimpah hari kemansia Jaku Iban ya tadi laban Jaku tu berkawal ke ngau daya hidup dah ngau culture nak oleh hari rinya dah laban nang berkawal nyalai mansia Jaku yang tadi lalu kita pun mansia budaya sejarah semua berkawal megang nyalai dikumai orang language and culture. So when we talk about language, we must also talk about the culture of that particular community, Iban community. So sakat tahu asal kau sampai ke dia tahu pansia kami lebih ngagai nanti aku lah lebih ngagai dekat ngemodern ke Jaku Iban. Laban Jaku Iban tu tadi ukai ya tak cukup tang laban kita dia buat dunia moden dah. Nyalai Jaku kita pun perlu gak dibangun ke kita ya, terbaik ke kita ini dia ke nama tu nama taktikas ke modern dalam masyarakat dalam masyarakat dari segi budaya dan sebagainya lah.
Alright, so the perfect guest for today's topic, which is bahasa Iban dalam konteks moden itu, dalam dalam
dunia
social media,
moden,
dunia moden dia tu lah. So there's actually a scene from a movie, a recent movie yang baru release. Then Tony can show everyone here. So it was agak di-viral ke lah this scene for misuse of a certain term. So kita bedak baru, waka refresh our minds on what actually happened.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Lalu tuan keluar. Jin semua anak darah kami.
My father say my sister.
Charlie, there is daughters.
No problem. My sister not yet married. Can I have as much as they wish? You want?
It's Dayak custom. His daughters can have relations with anyone, only before marriage.
In England, women do not ngayap with men before they marry?
Not if they get caught.
No, I know why. You're coming to Sarawak.
Lalu rumah tuan keluar.
So,
Mm.
it seems like they use the word ngayap to replace sex.
Mm. Yeah.
Even though ngayap is a totally different thing, and
Yeah.
yang madah ke menjadi aku nya ke ngayap, induk ke ngayap, which is so. What do you think about that?
Yeah, actually Sinto kalau aku mendak Sinto, jadi lebih aku mendak Sinto nang dak puas hati lah saya pun ban aku nak nemu siapa orang jadi konsultan sidak ya. Lebih sidak yang agak filem tu dah. Dari segi budaya Iban semua tak kena. Laban this is a very sensitive issue, you know. Laban caranya tadi madah ke kita Iban tu nada moral. Dari segi kena kita nyebutnya like free sex. You know that is the interpretation that people might get from there, you know. Like aku mayu sisters kena ko ya tadi kuliah. You can ngayap as much as you want. Something berkenya. Jadi nya aku heran gak laban pelakon dia tadi ukahin tu orang Singapura gak pelakon Iban ke besi dia tadi dah. Ni buku nyebut nama tang berkeni ko utai berketau tahu biar ke sidak ya masuk ngagai international movie berkenya dah. You know where people will form perceptionnya tahu gaya adat orang Iban keliau. Seneka atai ngau balai Indo Iban.
Ya, padahal tidak silap dingo ko ngayapnya sebenarnya you don't actually just nikih bila induknya kena aja. You actually have to ask the parents kan, if I'm not mistaken.
Jadi orang keliau lama disebut orang ngayap. Kadang-kadangnya orang kedatang ngayapnya tadi ndang dalalu ke painai. Sidak ia nang berandau malamnya dah. Orangnya nuhun ngayap kena ko kau bertemu induk tu. Tang utai kenyadi apa hindai lalu nungkun kelita. Lalu mai lelakinya berandau. Lalu berandau dia ajak dia ngayap ke bendara. Ukai retinya ngayap, nuan niki belalai, lalu ngagain dau buat dalam kibuangnya, lalu berkenyak dia. Habis lah utanya nyadi. Dan ke bendara ya, konsep ngayap tu tadi, lelakinya tadi, nanti apa yang induknya rindu ke lelakinya, sidak ia akan ngelalu ke ia datai.
Merisik.
Bukan tu merisik, kata kita nyebutnya,
macam setting that lah.
Sida apa inai tu nemu induk tu kira berpangan ngul lelaki tu. Lalu nya kira kena kemendar ke sida ya dan sida ya lalu ke lelakinya. Lalu baik sida ya makai pinang, pandai ke air semua, ngirup semua, lalu berandau. Nya ke benar ngaya. Ke clear.
Nas barang ngayap.
Siapa kat kayap.
Kadang orang salah konsep ngayap. Jadi baru dia sidang ngayap tu bakal free sex dah. Kena ikutnya ngayap ni adat kita Iban dekat kau sidak yang berkenya dah. Cara sidak yang mendak adat kita Ibannya. Bakal kita Iban tu nada moral. Dari segi cara induk lelaki berpangan semua dah. Bakal kebebas. Jadi kebenaran tak berkenya orang clear. Tang udah utainya news salah tafsir, salah difahami.
Bisik filem bukan The Sleeping Dictionary.
Sleeping Dictionary.
Pun salah kan?
Pun salah. Laban aku kalau ngena contoh Sleeping Dictionary-nya sebuah talking about colonization, dari segi sejarah semua and all that. How the West were actually exploiting kita Borneo mayanya dah. So contoh kedebari aku nya Sleeping Dictionary Jessica Alba. Yes. Macam menunjukkan kata kita nyebutnya adat kita Iban tu terlalu tiada moral induk kita Iban tu tadi dah macam serkati orang mai tindu semua tapi kenyak dah. Ya, aku wondering siapa jadi konsultan sida ya pasal adat Iban for that international movie, the recent one.
And that's the thing when people say, "Oh, it's just a movie, it's just a story." No. Most likely, what happened was I'm speculating here, so don't if salah, I'm speculating. Maybe they refer to other movies about Iban, and the only thing they can refer to is Sleeping Dictionary. And Sleeping Dictionary dah salah hari pun,
salah.
so they just follow and nundo.
Yeah.
Jujur benarnya daerah nemu.
Even
Even the common Iban people right now pun have misconception about ngayap.
Yeah.
So Kumara, oh Nikit kena
Nikit
there's
Balai.
even a music video Iban bau lagu, lagu kena ngayap pun ngadu kena. When actually you are actually talking to the parents.
Ya, kemana dah salah tafsir orang.
Of course, in our generation we don't ngayap anymore. But I do professor nak kalau ngor ngayap.
Terus mengat. Laban aku kaiga tu nama tu zaman orang kedulu. Ya wah dulu dah.
Before that.
Ya, bisi orang kedulu rekamenya bakar bat sedap pai ko agi ngaya sedap mayanya.
Did I ever tell the story?
Berkenyak mencerita sedap ya, lebih ngagai kita nyebutnya kadang-kadang nak puas hati lah sedap ya. Laban ada boleh berandau window-nya secara private dah. Laban lalu baik apa inai window-nya berandau. Ujung malam kena interview. So jujur pulai nadai chan berandau ngoindoknya secara private. Laban kadang-kadang niat hati kita kau dating dah sebenarnya. Tapi nyap mah style orang clear dah.
Alright. So that's about ngayap and how you see even when bahasa Iban bisik dikenal even baik pasal like antara bangsa level kena kan still got ya misrepresented. Even though it's that maybe the rest of the movie betul. Probably betul.
Just that part.
But it's still a very important
Jadi
part.
perkataan ngayapnya tadi memang like setting that macam setting that lah. Dating yang disettingkan nada masuk bukan
They
selain
think ukai belalai artinya dah. That's why the right term is courtship. Tapi courtship tu lebih kata kita nyebutnya ukai siti momen aja courtship tu panjang courtship tu tadi dan nuan berpangan hari nom kelala semua dan ngayapnya siti hari momen nuan ke bertemu ngoindonya. Nya kebenar dah. Nya ko international movie kenya nak puas hati ko sida yang ada proper consultation. Laban aku ingat ke even a very short movie bisi sida hari KL nya aku ingat nama company sida yang agak movie sebayan. For that sebayan, sida ya consulted me, you know. Ngai bisi salah dari segi budaya.
Yeah, because with Iban culture, there's no concept of heaven or hell.
It's
just afterlife.
They just want to know. Nya sida nanya aku, betul ndak buat menua sebayan dia semua tai berkali semua tai tu kata kita nyebutnya opposite dah. Orang berjalai tunsang semua. Nya aku madah amat ya berkali tang jalai tunsangnya kira nak dai lah koko. Taya amat berkali nanti ditok siang dian malam. So berkenya sepatutnya nanti nama-nama orang agak movie nanti dia minat bisnis ikut dua Iban kena tentu arif tentang kata kita nyebut budaya Iban sidak patut ngigak konsultan orang kena mau
A quick Google search.
Google search.
Nada.
Google search. Look for orang kira expert lah in the area. Kita bisik nur merujuk dah contohnya bakal sidak tunjukkan foundation. You know they have like materials which they can refer to. Okay, and then even our elders dah, you know, these people mayuh penemu sida yang nemu. Gai ko tanya salah lalu misrepresent community Iban. Dah kebetul malu kita lah bentuk dah. I really feel bad, you know, when I look at that particular scene.
So let's play just a quick little game. Tony and I will say a few words because one of the things is I also create content on YouTube and bahasa aku memang sikit bercampur because I'm half Chinese, I'm half Iban and I mainly speak English apa semua rumah apa semua. So Iban is not really my main language to be honest. So apabila aku ngadu content, even though the content has nothing to do with bahasa Iban, I'm only teaching about contoh pasal ngadu video contohnya. Tapi mimi ko sejak ko Iban orang berkata, namun nak kena bahasa Iban penuh apa? Tapi nya aku nanya sudah, katina kok translate contoh ya terms camera aperture katina translate-nya bahasa Iban
shutter speed.
So okay, we'll name a few words and then like let's try to
If they are Iban words.
if there are Iban words.
Okay.
Right. simple lah. First one. Gelas.
Gelasnya. Naya gelas ke kau kita nyebut tu dah. Gelas.
Bisa ke?
Taya ke kata cangkir kau kita.
Cangkir.
Cupnya dah cangkir.
Pinggan.
Pinggannya pinggai kau orang tengok keluar tahu orang tanya pinggai. Jadi seratus betul capak. Capak. Jarang nyebut pinggai.
Okay. Loceng.
Locengnya kan kita nyebutnya nah. Lunciang kok kita.
Lunciang.
Nang bisa ya lunciang kita nyebut
Jam.
Jamnya nada jam lah
Because okay. Words yang nada dalam budaya Iban.
Baka word masa nada kita Iban. Kena jakut jam kita. Aku nada jam ko kita nada kita nyebut masa. Masanya jakut Melayu dah diterima pakai. Tapi dari segi weathernya udah standard diterima pakai. Nada bisi udah aku not sure weathernya udah masuk dalam dictionary sida Dayak Cultural Foundation. The word masa. Tang kita kebanyakan kita selalu ngenap perkataan masa. Laban kita nadai specific word baka masa. Dalam Iban. Kita ngenap jakut jam.
Katanya.
Telefon. Nang telefon.
Dalam telefon bincang. Telefon bincang.
Tali pawon. Sama?
Tali pawon lah. Ke orang tua yang nak menyebut telefon. Tali pawon.
Laman web.
Laman webnya kita nang nadai jadi sedang Melayu juga sudah ya sesawang laman sesawang sedang kita lalu nadai nya lain perkataan baka upload download kita pun nadai muat turun dan muat naik nya aku subak ngaso madah uji kita ngalih baka maya kami ngagak terminologi subak ngawi di masnya ngalih ke download should be puar ke bawah. puar bukan muar manyi dah mandu manyi puar ke bawah lalu puar ke atas upload you know that would be originally Iban
ni ke viral so apa tu balarindo
ni nya ni sebut katnya ni bahkan ni konuan kat nukat terima kasih laban jakut terima kasih tajak banyak contohnya salah ringnya Melayu tanya udah ada terima kita Iban Iban pun nyebut terima kasih ya. Kita bisik cara bukai kan nyebut terima kasih ya. Kita lebih ngagai mana nuan dah merai aku tahu. Nasihat nuan merai aku tahu. Napa dah kita kena aku. Kita nyak terima kasihnya.
I forget which kaum was it. They don't even have a word for thank you because they are so used to sharing things.
Yeah, sharing things.
Panjai kita.
Kita nadai utai specific word terima kasih ya. Dalam budaya kita Iban tang kita mayu expression kena kita nunjuk ke kita grateful kita appreciate dan menghargai orang yang tadi dah kita lumadah pu ti nuan ada nyalai aku nyak tadi ada kita kena aku ni dak git tinggal dian aku kita you see that is appreciationnya which is equivalent to terima kasih.
I see.
Which is in English nama tu kita nyebutnya dalam linguistics is called pragmatics. Pragmatics your expression and also ketika kita nyebutnya in terms of semantics nama meaning yang maksud dia sebenarnya di sebalik perkataan-perkataan ayat-ayatnya kena that's why bila Ramadan selalu orang tanya aku bisik terima kasih kerana aku Iban aku madah nadai tang specific word terima kasih nang udah diterima pakai oleh bangsa Iban. Laban jaku Iban sama lebih kurang sama jaku Melayu. We have 65% similarity. According to research. That's why jina madak mua tu aja. Hidung, mata. Tu aja. Telinga ngat sidak ya, ngat kita pendiang. Tapi perkataan telinga, ninga. Bisik ninga kita. You see there's some similarity. Dagu, mulut, gigi ko kita dia tahu tang sebenarnya aku Iban ngelai. Ya aku madah bahasa Melayu dengan bahasa Iban memang very similar. 65% according to Professor Asma Omar based on what they call phylogenetic analysis. Aku ngai ngendaknya dah ngai kesalah dah. Engkau nyukai perkataan sida padahal ya. Sida nyebut kamah. Niki. Aku selalu nyebut mendaki ke aku niki aku sedaya Melayu Sarawak.
But what I noticed apabila aku ngajar bala nambah Iban kat sekolah sebab kan they cannot say the word F, the sound, the phoneme F. Because it doesn't exist in Iban language. So macam farah jadi parah.
We don't have
Puha.
that. We don't have that phoneme, that sound. We don't have the sound F. We don't have F. We don't have V. These two. That's why tulis akidungian, ia nadai for F ya. Nadai F, nadai H, ngau nadai V. Laban it doesn't exist in our sound system Iban. Nya lai orang selalu nanya aku, "Bekeni no kau nyepil samarahan ngena tulis dungian." Aku madah, Iban ada nyebut samarahan. We say samaran. We don't say Johor, we say Johor. We don't say Pahang, we say Pang. Because we don't have H. That's why kita nada nyebut hantu. Antau. Kita nada nyebut hidung. Hidung. You see?
Yeah.
That's why aku nak blame akidungian. Dia nak memberi simbol untuk H. Laban nang nada wujud dalam sistem sound system Iban. So also the word the phoneme F, you know, like the sound F, we don't have. So ketika nyebutnya nanti orangnya nama orangnya Francis. Jadi Perancis. Laban kita replace F go P.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
Yeah.
The Iban language and
Yeah.
personalities and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so my interns here, Sidak dah go through your social media.
Okay.
So some photos, some things that might need further
celebrity.
explanation. So can I have them? Let's see.
Pumayu kena kutip tu.
There's two. Okay, first one is this.
Oh, nya mai aku nerima pingat.
Pingat nama.
Nama pingat perkhidmatan
Pingat buat
bakti.
sekolah sebab nak ada juga.
Pingat perkhidmatan bakti nya aku dengan my elder sister tu nyari aku. So baru tu bulan 5 tu tadi. For kata kita nyebutnya tu diberi oleh TYT dah. TYT.
Ini dah nyimpan tu.
Pingat sila di rumah dia.
Not baik tadi.
Nak baik.
Kena.
Laban orang ada mada.
Nah. Okay, next one.
Wah, bis kena stop. Okay. Atau lebih mai aku belajar ngambil masters aku buat Scotland, Stirling University. So tu lagi biarlah tu. This was in 1996. Mai aku gi handsome, buat lagi lebat. Kata kita nyebutnya tubuh lagi slim. Tu Maya winter lah, of course Maya winter. So mayanya aku belajar buat Scotland setahun berkenyak lah belajar buat Scotland ngambil that one if you pronounce in Scottish English sounds like Muirhead House, not Muirhead but Muirhead House.
What's the Muirhead House?
It's just a Scottish name. Laban kami buat Scottish asrama, hostel, apartment kami. Yeah, so one of the best experience in my life lah about Scotland. Yeah. Laban 4 seasons I was there.
There's no word for salji in Iban.
Kita selalu nyebut salju.
Salju.
Ya, pun kira lebih kurang berkongsi dengan Melayu dah. Kita nyebut salju.
That's the thing because we don't have that in
have
our
that.
culture.
Yeah, in
so
our
there's no
culture.
word for it.
There's no word.
Alright, so I think all of us notice sometimes kan when we speak about different topic, we use different language. Especially like most Malaysian are multilingual. So it's a very common phenomenon that we all realize that when we speak in a professional setting, tiba-tiba semua orang nak bahasa Melayu, tapi semua orang nak English. But jakuk dengan family bertundik, kenyak tiba-tiba, see, even aku pun I didn't realize I just switched language. So actually, if I'm not mistaken, there's a hypothesis that kind of explain a little bit why we do that, called the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. It says that we think differently when we use different language because different language they represent different culture and in that culture nya ada lain. So before that, I asked you furthermore about Sapir-Whorf. I want to share an experience that I had in college. So this is when we studied for hubungan etnik. So in that class, the lecturer nya mada, oh, you see, bahasa Melayu is actually superior to bahasa English because we have more words. Contohnya, untuk nasi ya, kalau dia belum masak dia beras kita panggil. Kalau dia dah masak nasi. Kalau dia bubur pasal. Tapi kalau English rice je. Dia dah masak pun rice juga. Belum masak pun rice. That's why I say that's where you base your hypothesis on. So in my head I was like, we have more words for rice because it's in our culture. Orang Putih they don't
eat
encounter rice
They
too
don't
much.
eat rice.
So they don't have a lot of words. Contoh lah, okay, tip berkenyap. Apa the Melayu word for chocolate originally? What's the Melayu word for for snow,
Snow,
originally?
yeah.
If you're not the translated, so
yeah.
we don't have that in the
Yeah.
culture. You cannot say that one language is superior to another
just
because
because of
language is not intellect; it's a reflection of culture.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the Saffir-Whorf hypothesis?
Yeah. Language and culture. These are two entities that are intertwined, you know. If you talk about language, there must be element of culture in the language. Baka orang ke Pantauan, Iban dah. Baka orang ke Baramban, semuanya ngena bahasa, ngena language, but elements of culture inside. You know, that's why kita nak boleh ngerarak ke Yakau, ngau, budaya. Ngau adat, kata saya nyebutnya, daya hidup, budaya. So, language, nang ya language kena kita perceive our worldview kita nang ari language dah pemikiran wan. Contohnya nanti bakal wan English educated, jadi worldview wan lebih wan ngena English language to understand the world. Ya, kena ya. Kata kita nyebutnya that's why nama language to disappear, mayuh knowledge-nya akan disappear. You know, like indigenous knowledge akan disappear, laman language disappear. You see? Contohnya baka dalam hutan dalam benua kita ini. Ayuh nama-nama kayunya tadi dalam jakuk kita Iban. Tanti jakuk kita Iban lenyau. Nama-nama kayu pan sama lenyau. Labannya nadai lagi, kata nyebut nadai lagi jakuk kena nuan nyebut dah. The same thing, take culture, baca baka ritual ke nama orang bersampai semua begini. Nanti nadai jakau nuan kena nuan nyampi. Habis lenyau ke sampainya tadi. Nadai lagi. That's why nang dak boleh ada serarak. Jakau ngau culture dak boleh ada serarak.
Engkau tua.
Hidup campur kau kita nanti tersebut tadi.
You have a question.
Uji tu nadai lagi jakau. Nadai nama tu. Nadai kita nyebutnya tua dah. Nak nama aku kita nyebut dah.
Kata kau
Wine.
White New English.
New English.
Nanti jakau Iban lenyau hari dunia dah.
How many language do you speak, Tony?
I just 1, 2, 3. Just Iban, Melayu, English, like a little bit of Mandarin lah. Basic. Just a basic one, not
bad.
So usually Mandarin, when do you use Mandarin? Like not something that is motivated
Nam
by
sit sekolah
other
Cina
things.
ke? Nam sit sekolah Cina ke?
nadai. Tapi like aku kan macam suka explore tu bercakap dia.
Nguji
Laban
lah.
bagi nguji laban bagi aku nak language yang macam jendela untuk aku lah. So bila aku faham bahasa like macam budaya agak so kita nemu the budaya is kira begini. Ya. Yalah tapi Mandarin like mau baru je berapa semester lepas aku into in Mandarin laban ambil elective lah.
Yeah. But most Sarawakians, we are at least trilingual. As compared to, I don't know, like most West Malaysians, they are either bilingual only, you know, like English, Malay, or non-Malays would be trilingual at least. Banyak multilingual. Because kita Sarawakians, especially sida ya ke they're having advantage over us actually because sida orang Hulu semua. Sida namanya ke Iban dah. Kita nak namanya ke sida ya. Laban Iban is a lingua franca. Dia kena secara umum dah. Jaku Iban. Bawa menua-menua pesisir lah. Bakal kapi dan semua bangsa namanya Jaku Iban. So, Jaku Iban tu boleh jadi ke substitute dengan Jaku Melayu.
An unofficial state language.
Ya. Lingua franca dah. In misi kajian dah. Buat sidak UKM agak kajian. But towns pasar-pasar ke bawah menua pesisir bakal lubuan tau Debak ke Seratua ke Mayu orang kena Jaku Iban dia. Tik lubuan tau dah 100% Iban. Laban aku kalau dia lubuan tau. Kapit I'm not sure but I'm sure nya 100% Iban. Laban bala-bala orang tua dia nadai kau Jaku Melayu ngonuan dah. Kau anuan bangsa namo, no bangsa orang putih baik Jaku Iban benar. Nyala Jaku Iban boleh jadi substitute kepada Jaku Melayu. Buat menua Sarawak lah.
So something interesting you said today. If the language disappears, then the whole culture also disappear.
Yep.
So what do you think about the recent trend, especially like my generation and younger? Because of the way we grow up, we go to national schools, we learn Malay, we learn English. So that tends to be a mix of language. Even the way I speak also memang akan campur.
Yeah.
There's always a mix of language. So is mixing language okay? Would it affect the culture, or should we always keep it pure?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, jawab belum?
you know.
Gitu.
But dunia moden tahu, kita tak boleh lari dari what we call code mixing, or code switching. These are the two terms. When you say code mixing, bunyi kurang tadi bercampur dah. Jaku Melayu, dia kena English, kena Iban. That's code mixing. Laban exposure kita ngagai dunia moden. Tak boleh lari ke kita. And then code switching. Lebuh maya kita berjaku kena Jaku Iban, lalu suddenly kita bertukar ngagai Jaku Melayu or English. Nya code switching. You switch code. Depends ngau orang ke ngau na berandau dah. Jadi elemen code switching or code mixing tu utai tu tak boleh lari kita. Lalu buat kau tak salah. Utai tu code switching or code mixing tu tadi buat dunia moden. Tang nanti bakal Jaku Iban bakal ni biar arbak baru tahu sidak kena ambil bahasa Iban buat sekolah semua. Abak runiang aku sidak yang patut kata kita nyebutnya berusahalah belajar ke Jaku Iban yang tadi nak ibu cara formal tang lebih berarti ke berkenaan Jaku Iban ke betul. Dari segi Jaku Iban ke basic lah.
Basic lah.
Ya,
Yang
Jaku
kena
Iban ke
kita
basic kena
seharian.
berandau. At least nu nemu reti dah. Bakal aku kalau nengok Nembia Iban berjaku. Ia nyebut asal aku ndak penting perkaranya kok ya. Tenang berarti kalau kau jakunya nanda Jaku Iban dia. Jaku Melayu.
Just with Iban.
Ya, a bit Iban lah, a bit asaikonya. Ya. Penting kau Jaku Iban. Berguna kok kita Iban. Tang udah balat deserap. Lalu balat diterima kita Jaku. Kau Jaku penting. Nyu jadi penting. Lebih lagi kita selalu nyebut paling penting kok kita nyu bakal kena Jaku Iban. Tanya kau Jaku Iban. Penghabis berguna. Penghabis berguna perkara tahu. Kok kita hanya baru ya original Iban. Tang aku nak nyalah kena biar rebak baru. Nanti sidak yang ada kalau belajar ke Jaku Iban secara formal dah buat school semua. Patutlah sidak yang nak mau dah. Tang tino ngasai ke diri Iban. Berusaha lah. Nuan dah. Nak ibu perfect lah Iban nuan. Tang sekurang-kurangnya nak kita nuan faham. Nuan uliah ngena Jaku Iban ya. Nanti yang tak pure nak Iban. At least nak korang putihnya maybe 70%.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the reason that people susah kok belajar a new language, because there's always a risk of nuan kena klise, nuan kena tundi, nuan kena anu apabila nak salah mimit. That's why actually very funny if you notice kan in Iban pu social media kan, there is no single influencer, YouTube channel or Facebook page yang specifically untuk ngajar berkenaan Jaku bahasa Iban. You know why? In my I think it's because nobody dares to.
Ya.
Jadi non silap mimit lah.
Lalu kenal.
Siapa orang paling anu? Orang Iban.
Ya, sudah ya.
Tapi ia ke komennya tadi pun, yo salah kok.
Oh, ya. Ya. Tang ti bakal penemu ke nyebut terima kasih tukar ngono mah balarindo. Hanya nganyaday.
Aku balarindo.
So that's the thing. Because I always get this kind of comment. Namun nak kena bahasa Iban penuh ada. One creator Iban. Aduh lah kena bahasa Iban penuh lagi kok tu. Yeah, so that's why I said first of all I'm half Iban. So there's definitely bisa campurnya. But also language is dynamic. And also language reflects my culture, how I view the world. So my world mostly English because my parents also memang mementingkan English supposedly to prepare me for higher education lah. So they see it with higher importance sebenarnya.
That's why nya aku ada code mixing or code switching. Yang tak salah. Tak salah code mixing tu dah. Laban kita buat dunia moden. Nya tanya tahu bercampur. Artinya menunjuk ke kita tok mayo penemu lah. Dalam jakut orang putih kita nemu, dalam jakut Melayu kita nemu, jakut Iban nemu. Nah, ada salah nuan ngenok code mixing.
Instruction pasal ketika ngenok kamera kan. Atur ke shutter speed ketika nak translate.
Ya, aku selalu dalam kumpus paper yang aku present pasal jakut Iban. Simple terms bakal highway. Bakal ni kita Iban nyebut highway.
Highway.
Ya, nadai.
Memang
Oh,
highway.
Melayu bisik lebuh raya. Traffic light. Lampu isyarat. Kena kita Iban pun. Traffic light.
Tripet.
Kita nadai. Nama kubah kita nadai. Laban ada platform. Luar kita duduk beranda berundian. Nama kepatut. That's why kadang-kadang aku berarti ke nada salah lah non code mixing tau ke code switching. Laban kita endang agi suntuk jaku Iban suntuk istilah dalam dunia moden. Nya mesti diterima kitanya. Ndak boleh ada kengai ke kitanya. That's the fact, you know. Tang ti nuan berjaku ke pasal adat Iban. Contohnya adat dari segi lekamain semua hanya mesti tulis mesti original.
There's a bit of context also. Penggunaan bahasa Iban, whether it should be mixed or pure, whether not should mix, whether it can be mixed or it must be pure. Also context, because in terms of entertainment, contohlah aku ngadu cerita pasal Nembe Iban, and Nembe Iban tu orang dari bandar, contohnya ada pure half Iban. Nganya di ku tiba-tiba tak lancar bahasa Iban dia, minta bunyi rotuai nganya di. There needs to be some creative liberty lah. Dah berkenya.
Can reflect the modern world
But in situation like you said in adat, in native code ke apa semua nak berjaku. Nganya di.
Lekamain orang Beramban, orang Berenung, orang Bepantun. Hanya original.
Context. The context matters.
Nya lah lebih mayu aku meri keynote address aku suka mirim po IPG. Aku madah ke dia. Bisik dua iti trajectory. I use the word trajectory. Sitai kita ngemengkang ke jaku Iban bakaya ke tulian. Hanya sitai kita ngeremai ngalau bangun ke jaku Iban tadi. Ngasuh ya relevant, modernize. So which one do we want? Cara aku mendak dia tahu lebih lagi ngagai kita itu tadi kata kita nyebutnya ndak nemu ni bagi trajectory ke kak dambai.
And it's always given as a choice, one or the other. But actually, why not do both?
Nya aku we have to do both. One, we have to preserve the originality. Another one, we have to develop the language. We have to develop the language. Laban bakal perkataan highway kita nadai. Four wheel kita nadai. Nama kita nyebut four wheel semua empilak maga.
Empilak.
Highlight.
Ukai halak empilak. Ya kemana? Four wheel we don't have. Ngim Melayu bisi pacuan 4 roda. Kan? Pacuan 4 roda, four wheel. Kita Iban ada empilak, semua empilak. Isuzu empilak, Ford empilak. Oh. So, kau ketawa ke kita Iban datang. My point is
There is space for improvement.
yes, selagi kita tahu tentang opinion aku, selagi kita ada platform tahu ke pusat atau ke Palan, Nur kita ngemaju ke Jaku Iban tak akan maju.
Betul.
Ari sukut yang po terminologi. Berkena kita ngagak Jaku highway. Itu aku ke perkataannya dah. Highway. Betul-betul kena ada pedak kita sehari-hari dah. Ini dalam bahasa Melayu dah bisik laban sidak ya bisik Dewan Bahasa dan Pusaka kena sidak ya ngadu warutainya. Kita nadai. So tanya nak boleh ada keremai ke kita. You know, sikut dua orang remai contohnya, sikut dua pengajar ke remai ke nya. Tapi tang sidak ya nadai kuasa.
Siapa certified?
Siapa certify nadai authority.
I see.
Nanti bakal Dewan Bahasa dan Pusaka sidaknya authority. They will decide what language, what particular terms to use. So nyak lah. Selagi kita Iban berdau bisik Palan, kita nak Jaku Iban yang tadi, lalu mengkang, bakal ke dia tahu.
No way to grow.
No way to grow. Very difficult. Very difficult.
Alright, talking about the one yang like for Iban punya. So, but right now we already have like curriculum for bahasa Iban in school. So, where do they refer to? And also we already have an IPG, Institut Pendidikan Guru yang ngajar guru yang major bahasa Iban, so which you are also a big part of the curriculum.
That's right.
But there has been complaint I hear personally lah from some teachers, some student yang mana ke the curriculum in schools, in sekolah rendah apa semuanya, and sekolah menengah also for the exam for SPM tend to be a little bit too difficult, menyebabkannya susah ke boleh and not contextual to what the kids see nowadays.
Yeah.
So what are your opinions on that?
Dari segi kurikulumnya, aku nak tu tak boleh, aku meri komen ke kaya laban aku nak tak kata kita nyebutnya ngau orang rejanya. Tadi aku lebih maya aku ke berandau sida ba IPG ya. Sida ya dah kak medak berkeni cara kurikulumnya uliah dagagak lebih mudah lagi lah. Laban subak lebih yang akan jakut dalam. Iban. Utai kenyak kadang-kadang dia nak nemu ya
They've never seen it.
Orang tua pun tahu nak nemu dah. Laban subak nama sebut Jaku Iban lalu pasal Jaku dalam. Ngai jadi berkenyak ya laban Jaku Iban tu ukai minat pasal Iban klasik. Leka main ukainya aja Jaku Iban. Jaku Iban tu nang is a language. Just like BM to communicate, you know. So you cannot just when you talk about Iban language, you are talking about tik nuan nak nemu berpantuan, nuan nak nemu berambat. Letihnya nuan nak nemu Jaku Iban ngai jadi kenya. So nyak lah sebab dah, nyak salah sebab.
That's the thing I remember in high school. Okay, that's a very different taste.
Asap.
Asap. Yeah, I can taste.
Naya asap kan, saya agak asap.
Okay. I remember in high school, SPM 2010 kira sendiri berapa umurku. At that year, I didn't take bahasa Iban. Most of my classmates did take bahasa Iban, and the whole school nadai sikuk boleh A. Even the smartest mampu bahasa Iban student did not get A at that time. So that was where the complaint I heard from teachers and all that. Too difficult the papernya. I don't know if it's better now. I don't know lah.
I
Hopefully.
think now it's improving. Laban sidak ya dah sedar kenyak tadi dah. Sebab kalau balat lekamain tetap kenyak dah tanya buat dalam soalan. Which I think is relevant but it's not everything. Patut it's just a language. It's a language.
Have communicate.
For communication and all that dah. Nganya denya nyu bakal nak belajar BM semua bahasa klasik magang. Oh, luput lah belajarnya. Nada kalau dengar istilah dah. Bahasa istana semua. Nada logik. Ngau. Bekerja saya dak ya terubah-terubah sebab.
Alright. So now you've tested two different versions of asap and so. Before we go to the next part though, I need you to help this Bad Cat Borneo, which is the sponsor for this episode, this tuak, this brand. What do you think so far? Okay, Kak.
Okay.
You need to test. So I give you another test. This is the Apple version.
Oh, okay.
I have a test before. Can we have the script? Okay. So here's the game. I give a little bit extra untuk kami dua. Untuk yo lah mostly. So this is apple lah. You can have a test first.
Okay.
So, like, maybe you like that better. Okay, so we have a script here.
Okay.
The details about this particular tuak. So next to it ada emoji.
Emoji,
So I
okay.
need you to say the line according to that emoji. The trick is you do it as funny as you can. The two
Oh
of
my
us cannot
goodness.
laugh.
Oh my god.
If the two of us laugh, we have to drink this.
Aduh. I have to do a bit of berlakon lah.
Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
And go.
Bad Cat Tuak is a multi-flavored tuak artistically brewed in Kuching, Sarawak. Oh. It is now available in Sarawak, Sabah, and Peninsular Malaysia. Okay, right. The tuak flavors are currently available: apple, pineapple, original, smoke, and black pepper. Okay. To purchase the tuak, you can visit their FB page, Bad Cat Borneo, or contact the owner. Mannered. All right. Okay. 0183667. Okay. Personal review of tuak taste. Favorite flavor.
What do you think? Which is your favorite flavor? Okay, minum lah.
Original. I prefer the original. Yes. Very nice. The original. Smells good. The smoke is different, but I'm not a fan of that smoke. Wow. It's different.
That's a interesting option.
Interesting option, yes,
Yeah.
if you want to try something different.
Right?
Apple, yeah, I can sense that apple flavor in the tuak. Yeah.
Right. Alright. So, curriculums, mixing the language, software work hypothesis and all that, it's very so complicated topic. Tapi pun dah makin lembek tu.
Semua kena pangkong tuak.
But we have to we have to go on. So I talk about a little bit about creative liberty, especially for artists and like singers and also pembuat lagu, penulis lirik, orang pengadu filem, pengadu video. They need to have that leeway of creative liberty to make the story more interesting. So it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but there's also a limit to it. Definitely, right? So there's a limit to what you can be creative with. You cannot simply, contoh lah for me, okay, I build a character yang not bertemu bahasa Iban. Of course lah, bahasa Iban yang dah betul. But if I build it macam karakternya orang Iban, buat dalam scene buat rumah panjai, tiba-tiba yang main di mana aku main alat tradisional kita sekali pedok tak sitar. Angai adik. That is not creative
Totally
liberty.
out.
That is totally salah fact. So the role of orang seni dalam pemekasaan bahasa tu is actually quite important because movies, television shows, documentary are all very powerful influence on the masses.
Of course.
So what do you think should be in the back of the mind for everyone who are doing arts? What is their role in make sure that bahasa Iban could survive?
Yeah. Well, that's a very good opinion. Baru dia ngaku, kita lagi jauh kurang kita ya. Hari sukut nama tu kata kita nyebutnya punca penemu dalam Jaku Iban tu tadi dah. Contoh ya tak kuat tu tadi kita nadai bisi siti ndor kendor kita refer atau ke merujuk kita bisi tunjuk foundation for example. Tang mungkin fokus tidak ya ukai jadi kata kita nyebutnya plasar ataupun badan rujukan. You know, baka contohnya baka finance boleh jadi badan rujukan kang agak filem. But kita Iban, kita nadai that sort of consultant, you know, government sort of consultant whereby people can find out whether or not what they are doing is accurate or correct in terms of the culture. Maka contoh international movie yang tadi dah, I believe they don't have a proper consultation dah, with regard to culture itself. So at the end of the day, you produce a very good movie, but misrepresentation of the culture, which is not fair to the community. Laban nya sigit nadai wujud dalam community nya dah, and then one dia over creative nuan tadi, dia reka-reka nuan. You know, so it's a misrepresentation and it stays there forever. And ti orang yang sigit nadai faham ke culture Iban, they believe that. You know, so what we need actually is at least we need to have a council, a majlis, you know, where people can refer to those movie makers semua. Tidak ia boleh refer ngagainya dah. Betul kan tak? Contohnya nanti baka Indo. Tahu nak Indo bersirat? Dah banyak kalap berlaku. You know, tapi dalam culture Iban Indo nak ada kalap bersirat. Nak tahu ukai kitanya sayau ke tidak ia mempamerkan kostum Iban, tapi pamerkanlah dengan cara yang betul. Indo nak ada bersirat dah. Bakal lelaki hanya dengan kain. Jadi saja ya. So you know, like very simple bekenya and yet very important for people to know, you know.
Body. So that's the ideal. That's something that should happen, especially in the government who responsibility.
Yeah, we
to create
must have
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
But in the current situation that it is now, so what can individual artists do to make sure they don't misrepresent? What can they do to avoid that situation?
If they are really serious artists, you know, like really serious with their work, their production, they must make an effort to look for the right person, to give them the right consultation. You know, like somebody who is an expert in that area. You know, probably people from the academia. You know, baka orang dari universiti semua orang ke kalau agak kajian botanya. Tu orang tu boleh ada consult nuan. Salah pun nuan akan meri nama tu the blame on the person laban dia meri nuan wrong advice. You see, but of course if you consult this sort of people, orang kena expertise area-nya, tidak nak akan meri nuan tes salah dah. They will give you the right advice. Kena nuan ngadu kenya dah. So you need to spend a little bit of effort and also a little bit of budget on the consultation. You cannot run from that because you have to make sure production banyak betul.
Yeah, and saying that is not to mean that you must do everything pure.
No.
There's room for
There's
contemporary
room for creativity.
Contemporary dance, contemporary music. Like with the sapek empu music.
Yeah,
There's so many like modernized versions. Sapek
yeah.
wasn't even originally in music term diatonic scale. It was pentatonic scale. Tapi sudah ubah the scale, so they can play modern song. We should also Iban be open to that kind of slight modification. Nada ya tak ngacau man.
Even sapek music is acceptable within our culture, Iban culture. We can have orang ngajat using sapek, nada salah. You know. But of course we understand that it's originally orang Ulau lah, you know, that we understand.
And that is where it comes back to your suggestion that we need to have a body that says
there must
this
be a body.
is the limit.
Yeah, there must be a
this
body.
is the limit.
Yes. And that body will have to authorize and then they will have to like, we agree on this, diluluskan, you know, that kind of thing. Just like Finas lah. Yeah.
Sanctioned by the government.
Sanctioned by the body, government body.
So, besides the idea of having a Dewan Bahasa like Iban, things like that, kan? I'm sure you have other ideas. So let's say this hypothetical question where, let's say the premier of Sarawak come to you. Okay, Professor Dr. Bromeley, I give you unlimited budget, whatever you want. I need you to popularize Bahasa Iban, make sure that it's respected in the world over. What would you do?
No. Dia bisi offer berkenyak. Baik ke pegawai dulu kita. Laban
Hirup
hirup tuak kita. Mabuk na dengan walk.
Mimpi kah aku?
Laban kita lalu gagot dah. Orang kamera kita allocation. Nanti bisa allocation banyak. Mahu kita boleh kerja kita. Kita boleh preserve culture kita. Kita boleh revitalize. Ngangkat ke culture kita baru. Awak kena biar kebarunya. Nama culture Iban kebenar. See that center, the one that I've recommended once or proposed to the deputy premier, we can have, that's why aku ngangkah dia, language, literature, and ethnography. Ethnography is huge. It includes everything in there. Music, cultures, local Khmer, arts, everything,
dance.
all there. You know, so we have that one center, just like in New Zealand, they have a Maori center, Aboriginal center. Why can't we have one in Malaysia? Kan aku selalu mada, Iban is the majority in Sarawak, 45%. And Sarawak is the largest state in Malaysia. If that is not significant to you, then what is? Okay, we are a minority in Malaysia, I understand. But when we talk about the largest state in Malaysia, almost the size of a peninsula Malaysia, and the majority people there, Iban, then we should have some consideration for that particular group. In terms of preserve their culture, in terms of revitalize their culture. You know, awak kena hilang ditelan zaman.
Yeah.
So not just a Dewan Bahasa, but
No,
also
no,
an
no.
academy.
Yeah, it's
Iban.
just like a center, you know, center. Bakal concept about New Zealand, you know, Maori, they have everything there, you know. We don't even where would you go if you are a tourist to Sarawak? You want to see something Iban? Where would you go? Even you go to Borneo Cultural Museum, there's nothing much. Tiap tino ke New Zealand, you want to see Maori, you just go to Maori Center, and everything is there. You know.
Can start from there. I think that's
Kemudiannya nanti aku basic budget. In fact, when we first started support the idea, when I came up with the idea, we never thought of 100 million. If they can give us 500,000, we can start on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tapi tik less rinyak pedis lah nak kau gerak. If they give us 1 million, that's good enough for us to start, kickstart. Udahnya, we will find our partners
fundraise
all
sendiri.
over the world to partner with us. You know, from England, from Japan, from, you know, once you have that platform, senang mengigau collaborators.
Yeah.
Laban orang buat luar dunia luar din, sidak ia very prihatin terhadap all these indigenous cultures, like UNESCO, for example. Kita ditahu we are part of UNESCO, tetapi kita tandai kalau mengamalkan cadangan-cadangan UNESCO. We don't even celebrate International Mother Tongue Day. We don't. Mina bakal IPG ke Rajang. Laban sidak ya IPG. You know, secara general lah, we don't. Laban kita nadai respect ke indigenous people. In that sense.
Yeah, besides the Dewan Bahasa, also the academy, the center punya kan, you would also have control over the policy, state policy. What state policy would you change or recommend?
Of course, once you have that center, a very strong center, for them to do policies, they will have to consult that center.
Would you make Bahasa Iban official language?
That is not possible in the sense okay, that kitnya mesti akut lah kita, because even though we are majority di tahu, we understand that to go along with Malaysian policy, we have to acknowledge that Bahasa Melayu will still be Bahasa Rasmi, and in Sarawak, it's English language is our official language. But we can use Bahasa Iban as an alternative lingua franca. Artinya bahasa language of wider communication, we call it, besides Bahasa Melayu in Sarawak. That's why nanti luar buat Unimas, I'm not sure. Unimas Bahasa Iban laku. Berebut sidak semenanjung kau belajar bahasa Iban dah.
Penuh belama.
Penuh belama, because Dr. Amy, my friend, kan ngajar bahasa Iban, dia madah nak cukup seats. Orang berebut hari semenanjung, especially, you know.
Actually, Dr. Amy yang ngajar aku English sem lepas.
And then dia terpaksa ngajar Iban lah, mana ada orang buka.
Yeah.
And then dia madah kelas Iban berebut orang. You see, that is a very good sign, that Iban language
It's popular.
is popular. Semua bangsa bukai indigenous group buat Sarawak tahu jarang nak nemu lagu Iban. You know?
Nyanyi sikit ni.
Maka orang ulau sidak ya lemu je ku Iban. Bidayuh anda ibu sebut. Memang sidak ya belagu Iban. You know? Sidak ya nak nemu je ku Iban pun tapi nemu belagu Iban.
Yeah.
Berkikir 10 betis. Sekurang-kurangnya.
Unofficial state anthem. So looking at the trajectory right now, what happened in social media, our younger generation, and what is happening in our curriculum and all that kan, where do you see Bahasa Iban in 10 years? Do you think it will thrive or barely survive or what?
It will stay the way it is now because I think intentionally the government is trying to keep it for the sake of UNESCO. Because UNESCO emphasized that we should look into indigenous languages that we should preserve. So I think our government is trying to do that. But in terms of developing the language, very difficult for us. Lama ada budget and kita ada center, So meaning bahasa Iban yang tadi lalu stay berkenyai. Nada boleh bergerak. Nada boleh bergerak ke mua, nada boleh bergerak, nada boleh berkembang. Laban nadai palan.
Nadai roadmap.
Nadai roadmap. There's ketika kita nyebutnya kalau bala nadai allocation given for perkembangan bahasa Iban. Minat bahasa Iban dikekalkan begitu sahaja. Seolah-olah bahasa Iban itu sudah mencukupi dari segi struktur, dari segi terminologi dan sebagainya. Itu dia.
Not standardized.
Macam ianya diperbandingkan dengan bahasa Melayu. Bahasa Melayu memang sudah jauh ke hadapan. Sidak sudah macam-macam terminologi. Tapi bahasa Iban masih di takuk yang lama dan tidak akan berkembang ke takuk yang seterusnya kerana tidak ada infrastruktur yang membolehkan bahasa Iban itu berkembang dan dibangunkan.
Dan platform.
Platform center we don't have. And bahasa Melayu, sorry to say, they have Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka dan cawangan almost in every state. And also in universities they have Jabatan Bahasa Melayu. Then apa lagi you nak? Even UTM pun ada Jabatan Bahasa Melayu. University Technology Malaysia.
Yeah, we definitely.
So, ukai gak kita itu kang lebih ke diri. But always remember, the Ibans are the majority in Sarawak. And Sarawak is the biggest state in Malaysia. Almost the size of Peninsular Malaysia. Then, takkanlah Nuan not consider orang bangsa Iban tu udah almost 1 million in population and you're not giving them anything special, like giving them some allocation for the development of their language, their culture. What you're giving now is not enough.
One thing we can do, people who watch here, talk to your representative. Write a letter. Start from there lah, but at least have a time to meet to them, talk to them about this. Because they are the policy makers. They are the only one who can make this happen.
We're not asking for much. We're only asking for just some amount for us to start. Bisnis kedai yayasan 5 juta buat Sarawak. One snap. Why can't they give us something? I don't have to mention lah. Just one snap of a finger. Suddenly kita ingat, dah 5 juta dah diberi.
Alright.
Kita as Sarawakians, we don't deserve that or what?
I don't know what happened after this. Hopefully, after people watch this, there's something that might happen. We are here, so we're not difficult to find. But I hopefully something changes. Hopefully, Iban language not just survive, but also thrive in the modern society, because it is a big part. And like you said, if we lose the language, we lose the culture. We lose
the knowledge. We
the
lose
knowledge,
Iban knowledge.
also, the Iban knowledge. And are we still Iban if we don't even have the knowledge and the language?
A lot of African languages, they are gone.
Hilang. So we lose a part of ourselves. So, but we talk here, we drink the tuak and all that. we are not policymakers, so not much we can do.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody listens, and
hopefully.
if you feel like this is important, please share this video, send it to your representative kapakat. This is an important thing if you're part of the Iban people. Even if you're not Iban people, if you care about this, please help us lah. And that's it for today for Iban language in the modern society. Thank you, Professor, for coming, joining us today. And yeah, one more lah. Habis ketuk lah.
Yeah.
Lekat.
Not our fault
Kami
lah.
habis ketuk off screen.